Why are you running for president, and what is your number one issue?
As someone who has studied history extensively, I have noticed patterns in America that have been repeated in other nations before the collapse of a civilization or the drastic change of a civilization or a huge war that still ended up in that civilization no longer being there. And seeing the patterns that America is going down, pardon the birds in the background.
I'm always worried about noise here.
So seeing the path that America is going down and seeing how the institutions that we already have in place can be adjusted to change their course to work for the American people, that's what inspired me to run. And then when I saw Donald Trump get elected in 2016, that's when I really decided for sure that as soon as I was old enough, I was going to run for president and work for the American people rather than against it or for corporate benefit.
Okay. And so you said when you saw Donald Trump win, that was like a spark for you. And I do agree that the US has become basically an empire at this point, and we continuing down the road we continue down will eventually lead to our own destruction. As you said, the system is corrupt. What are your take on the Democrats? Because you are running as an independent. So, and you said that Donald Trump was that spark, but I don't know if you know anything about me or looked into me, but I quite frankly do not like corporate Democrats. I think they are maybe the trigger that allows somebody like Donald Trump to get elected in the first place. They elevate him. But what are your thoughts on the Democrats? Obviously, you said your thoughts on Donald Trump. Just curious.
So just to clarify for the listeners, there is an independent party. So I've been saying I'm unaffiliated with any party. I do not agree with the parties in politics because they all ultimately toe the party line. And what we're seeing with Democrats and Republicans is there are two sides to the same coin. When that phrase was going around, all cops are bad, and people are saying, well, what about the good cops? And that analogy came about, well, if there's two bad cops sitting at a table and there's one good cop, and the good cop sees the bad cop doing something wrong and they don't do anything to stop it, then they themselves are then a bad cop. They're complicit in it. And that's what we're seeing in our politicians today, is the Democrats are doing a lot of talk, but in reality, you can see their decisions, they're really going, like you said, the corporate Democrats are really an open door for a lot of the policies that are coming in because they're allowing themselves to be bought. And they don't have the backbone to stand up and say, this is enough. This is going against the Constitution. I have the power to stop this. So let's step up and stop it. There are two sides of the same coin, in my opinion.